All right. What up, Starch? So Galaxy, oh, he's only picking 221. That's pretty impressive. I mean, he's from South America, I'm pretty sure. Or wait, I think he's from South America. I already forgot where he's from. But I don't know how he's only pinging 221 to a Euro server. So that's good. We'll see him on a somewhat reasonable ping. Maybe he got new internet. And then Ali. Oh, I think Ali's actually pretty good. So I guess I expect Ali to win this one. I'd kind of forgotten from last time that he's actually a pretty good player, but let's see what Galaxy's got for us in this match. And we'll go off on Galaxy. Now, Galaxy plays with very high sensitivity. He's a better insta player than he is an effic player. He's actually a pretty good insta player in my opinion. But I've never really seen his effic game before. I may have played him once, but I forget what happened. So I don't know what to expect from him. But so far he's holding his own, and we're off to a pretty slow scoring start. Looks like that's Galaxy's desire here, since he's hanging out in that far area a lot. Yep. This time I'm going to make an effort to actually finish my yogurt before like the end of the tourney, which might result in a little less commentary, but as we all know, it's effic. There's not actually much to say. What's up, Niams? I'll try to see who wants to come co-commentate with me for the later games. I'll definitely get someone else on, so you don't have to just listen to me talk about tea and yogurt like an old woman. Maybe I should start doing these with whiskey and cigars instead. If they were night for me, I would already be doing them with whiskey and cigars, but they're morning. Not really morning, more like afternoon. Anyway, Galaxy's actually winning, so it appears I've underestimated him. I like what I'm seeing. That was a nice rifle there. And again. Looking good. Now you'd expect someone with this kind of low sense to struggle with machine gun. I'm not seeing crazy good machine gun, but it looks serviceable. Oh, that's a sick rifle. Definitely a bit odd looking with the high ping, but still. For those of you who don't know, when you get a really high ping battle, what tends to happen is that you'll get a lot more mutual kills because obviously there's a delay, so after you kill a guy they can still kill you, but B, with a big enough delay you sort of get a situation where each player is aiming at the other player before they've had a chance to react, so dodging is just less effective, and you'll see a machine gun probably hit harder and other things like that. But still, 221, but we're talking milliseconds here, so that's why Sauer is great. Hit the client side, hit detection, still everyone gets their shots in. And Galaxy's built himself a nice little 3-frag lead here. Looking to turn it into 4. Maybe I should get Echo on the commentate. How much of a disaster do you think that would be? That's one of those things. Twitch streams usually have a straw poll of some kind going on. So I should get a straw poll going on, like, force Awu to commentate, yes, no. I was just giving me all these bits because he wants to butter me up, so I'll bring the good alcoholic root beer to land. Respectable. Alright. Allie's made up a little ground here. Loving Galaxy's rifle, man. He's legit with that rifle. If anyone watched the last instant tourney, he made it pretty far. Especially for a guy who's originally a mapper. I mean, CH is a mapping plant. $100 on alcohol. Wow. Not for just that night, I take it. Actually, no, it could very well have been just for that night. Knowing you. Being in San Francisco was very jarring. I was spending like $100 a day before alcohol because it was expensive as fuck to be in San Francisco. That's where we live in boring old East Coast where life is cheap. Hey, Brick, thanks, man. And also, what up, Ruben? And anyone else I haven't said hi to. Oh, Murder 001. What up, Murder? Holy shit! Galaxy has fallen behind. I don't like it. I'm rooting for him. I considered him the underdog. Oh no. Alright, well he reacts just in time to stop that from being a complete disaster, but going for the rifle there, that is a bad move. Kind of thing that works for Hades, maybe not so much for other players. Alright, he's got 3 minutes here. If he starts dropping a whole lot more frags, you can see he's playing a lot more carefully than he was before. But that's good, that'll help his confidence, and he gets the rifle too. Oh, goes for the... Oh, damn it, Galaxy. He's confident in his rifle, but he's too confident. Now down to 4 frags. Does hit some nice machine gun there, so maybe I underestimated his machine gun. Nice combo, but again with the risky rifles. Don't. Alright, alright, alright. He still got this. He doesn't got this. 2 minutes. 4 frags. 5 frags. 6 frags. It is getting out of hand for Galaxy. That was nice. That was nice too. Alright, showing some fight. Allie rushing in recklessly there. If he can get another rifle. But the weapon switch from Allie ends that bid. 3 frags. Good spawn. Nice rocket there. Nice urgent push. Bad shotgun though, but he gets it in the end. Goes for another one of those rifles, but hits it this time. Nade gets him though. 3 frags, got 100 health, 52 seconds. Doesn't quite manage to finish that kill off and takes an unfortunate rifle. Ah, you gotta keep with rockets there, mate. "30 seconds, 4 frags. He's gonna need some real slick moves. That helps. Oh, needed to hit that. He hit that one though. Alright. Oh, bad spawn. Bad spawn. Gets that kill. 3 frags, 60 seconds. Basically impossible. Not going to happen. But he exceeded my expectations, which may have just been total bullshit anyway, because it's not like my expectations are worth a damn. But, yeah, I was impressed. Pretty good first round matchup that was. Yeah, good vibes. It was. Yeah, Brecht, I had a pretty good time. I would consider living there if... Well, if I had my current job and I just lived in San Francisco, they would pay me way more, so... It's not like I couldn't live in San Francisco someday. I don't know. I don't really like cities, but if I had to live in a city, I would live in either San Francisco or Portland. Alright. Oh, we got Leogum. Leogum versus... Redon. Oh, fuck. Leogum is going down. Let me take a look at the bracket and see how things are shaking up. Alright. What do we got here? We've got results not being reported yet is what we've got. Maybe in the scores part of Discord? Oh yeah, here we go. Let's take a look. Alright. Wow, I'm not even going to report the score of Raphael versus Master. You'll have to look that one up for yourselves. Looks like the other two games have not yet ended. Or at least they haven't been reported yet, so not sure what's going on with those. And this game started while I looked away. Let's watch Leogum for a bit, see whether he can put up any kind of fight. He's certainly in over his head. I'm not sure how much he likes Memento in general. But let's not overstate Leogum's skilllessness. Because he did beat me in Insta when I had a absolute accuracy rage meltdown on Complex. What is my job? I am a chocolatier. Getting a little FPS lag here. Maybe I should try to do something. Full screen. Well, no, it looks like it's going to solve itself. I won't fuck with it. Maybe after the game I'll try changing things around. But yeah, well, Leogum is down 3 in the first 2 minutes. He at least looks like he's got some fight in him, but game more or less going how I expect it. I'll watch this for another minute and then go see what's on the other servers. And then as always, feel free, people in chat, to suggest other games or tell me what's going on in the different servers. What's up, Adexter? That's pretty hard to pronounce, but so's my name. Oh, and Babu, I know you. And Agalok. Hog Whistle. Virgo Pros. Got him sighting. Word. Yeah, Breck, the thing is, to check anything, I have to do full screen 0. And when I do full screen 0, it does create a small black bar at the bottom of the screen and also makes the game more likely to run less smoothly, so I have to alt-tab to do anything like that, or full screen 0, so it's hard to check things in the middle of games. It's usually just easier to switch servers, which I'm going to do because Leogan is down 7. Frozen between Starch and Z-Crone. I don't expect we'll see much interesting here. Server 2 is where I was. Server 3 is a graveyard. Looks like the favorites won their first round games. And here we have Lokio versus Tamino. I don't think this bodes well for Tamino. Of the games I've seen so far, I think, well, we'll have to see what happens on server 3. I'm gonna watch, I'm gonna just watch Lokio for a bit here, see what his shape is like today, and whether he's likely to do some damage in this tourney. What up, Master? Oh, some bad FPS lag there. Really good turnout today. We're missing Frosty, we're missing me, because I'm lazy. Other than that, we're missing Rexus, that's a big deal. But most of the effic top 10 is represented. I think the ranking is something like Sarge, Raphael, Rexus, maybe Lagout or Hanzik 1. Lagout, Hanzik 1, Frosty, Hades, me, and I forget who number 10 is. I bet it's Partisan. It's probably Partisan. So of those, we're missing Partisan, we're missing me, and we're missing Frosty. Everyone else is here. So that's awesome. And Rexus. I can't remember if I said Rexus again. 4 out of 10. And Partisan. 5 out of 10. But of the top 5, we have 4 out of 5. And Hades is probably underranked because he made it to the finals last time. He had some bad results and some early quits early on that ranked him a bit lower than maybe he deserves to be. I will say though, with Hades, you are at the mercy of which Hades shows up on any given day. Yesterday, he was playing pretty well, but he lost to both me and Frosty. Today, he might be absolutely dominant. We just don't know until the tournament gets underway. So, well, Lokio looks like he's got this well in hand. You really can't say anything too definitive about his shape from this. Missing that rifle, missing some machine gun. Missing that rifle too, shaking his crosshair in frustration. Alright, well, maybe he just sucks after all. Or maybe he'll be fine. More quality analysis from me. Let me start trying to chase down a co-caster for later. I guess Aquerda's not playing, Frosty's not playing, so either of them might be an option. I'm also open to suggestions from which luminaries in the Sauer community you'd like to hear from. Let's see the other games before I do that. Yep. Yep. Alright. Alright, let's just do Hanzik Cam. That's gotta be Hanzik Cam. Let's just do Hanzik Cam for a bit while I investigate co-caster opportunities. Alright, let's see. The next games. Rafi Ali, Master Galaxy, Fixer Renard, and most significantly, Lagout versus Hades. That is a pretty titanic matchup to be seen this early on in the bracket. Definitely a consequence of Hades' somewhat unnaturally low ranking. Hanzik is getting off. This is utterly painful to look at, this scoreline right now. Holy shit. Holy shit! Oh, don't stop now, Hanzik. He's gonna run out of weapons. He's only got shotgun left. Can he get one more with just shotgun? Shotgun and nades. Can he do it? I think Brecht wants him to. I think Brecht wants it to happen. Yes! He does. Let's look here and see. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That was a septuple kill. I've never seen that before in my life. I'm gonna count it again. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A septuple kill. The last one was a mutual, but technically, Hanzik killed him first. So it goes down as a septuple kill. That is fucking lit. Alright. Anyway. Sorry for the FPS lag again. Probably minimize it down as well. So, during my silence here, I've ascertained that Hades is losing motivation and Frosty will co-cast if his mic works, which is not a certainty. But that won't be for another half hour, so now you're stuck with me. Quirt is offline, I'm not going to bother him. If anyone else has suggestions of someone you'd like to hear on the mic, feel free. Greg playing this pretty slow. Looks like he's going to keep Hanzik in the sub 100 frag pace. But no one's going to forget that septuple kill. Not if I have anything to say about it. Wish I do. His sound has broken. Why would that happen? Well, he did just build a, like, $2,000 or $3,000 gaming PCs, so I suppose there are kinks to be ironed out. Does that mean he beat Z-Chrome without sound? Probably, huh? Oh, I hope he figures that out. That would fucking suck. Let's see what's going on in the other games. Oh, this game has started. I'll probably come back here in a second. That's where I just was. Ooh. I am surprised that Master is keeping up. Looks like this game is getting close to starting. Cannot miss this game. Let's watch Master. And then go over to that game. Okay, while I was gone, Master dropped a lot more frags, but let's see what he's got. Omen rockets. Really, really bad machine gun. Hits himself with his own rocket. That's a pro strat. Only pros do that. Slow to react to the spawn behind them, but aren't we all? Some more bizarre machine gun. What's he pinging today, I wonder? A little bit of lag, nothing too bad for him. But again, keeping up with Galaxy, who kept up with Ali. Kind of a surprising result to me. Not that they're on a particularly inspiring pace or anything like that. Still, nothing happening here. Let's watch Ali for a bit. Try to get every player on here for at least a bit. Bracket here. Nothing we don't know. Starch will be facing Redon next. That'll be interesting. As we all know, Lagout Hades is the... Well, a lot of good games here. I mean, I guess you would expect that. Hanzik Lokia will be interesting. But Lagout Hades is by far the most interesting game. So let's see if that is happening yet. It is! Alright. Everyone get hype. Alright, we're off on Lagout. Let's go off on Lagout here. I would say this map... I don't even know who the favorite is here, to be honest. Hades was looking really good on Academy yesterday. Lagout... I don't know. Lagout's very matchup-centric on Academy. I think this map favors Hades, but it really depends with Lagout on whatever matchup he's got on a given day. Just in my opinion. At any rate, he's down by one, and he's taking a rifle. And he takes a second rifle, too. Oh, that spawn! That is just absolutely disgusting. Hades gets out in front of him there. Well, there's nothing wrong with that aim. Oof. Hades blending in, using his lizard camouflage. Wow, that was a lot of machine gun out of nowhere from Hades. Lagout wants a rifle and he's not going to get it. Goomba stomps some rockets, but then gets really damaged there. Well, he stayed out above 50s. And Hades missing everything there, but getting pretty much unharmed by it. Will Hades get a rifle here? Ooh, he's already eaten a pretty big rocket. Ooh, what was that rocket there? Starch just noticed that Hades is playing. Well, Lagout making up some ground here. Still got 56 to work with. Oh! How is he not dead? Now he's dead. Oh, that's harsh. I'm only gonna say this once and then I'm never gonna say it again, but it's drip time. And just as I say that, he has gone down by 1 and is hitting very questionable machine gun there. Also, that didn't seem like a rifle situation to me, but I'm not Hades. Oof. Lagout kind of looked a little oblivious there. That is sick machine gun. Oh, it gets in his face, but then eats a direct rocket. And that is a sick pair of rifles. That's Hades being Hades. That's a good sign. Lagout's waiting for him. Oh, he goes to the teleporter after all. And it's back to a Lagout lead. Oh, sick. Oh, he's so weak. Alright, Lagout gets out to a nice little advantage here. He's got health, and he's got 1 frag up. Oh shit! Hades is lucky that that second rifle missed there. Luck ran out on that one. Interesting spawns. Interesting spawns. He's right there, dude. What? What on the hell? Oh my goodness. And just like that, he's back down by 2. And Lagout's got 70-70. This could be a turning point in the game. Lagout's getting way too much health here. Down 4. Down 5. You can see I've got I gotta feel bad for Hades right now. But he's not out of this yet. Did Lagout came 3rd last tournament? Maybe? Yeah, good point. Didn't these guys face off last tournament and Hades won? On this map, I think? Just goes to show the difference between how Hades is feeling on any given day. Still, I think he looks good enough to win this match. It's just that he dropped a lot of frags in a row and is now suffering the consequences. That was a little bit oblivious. He's right there. Ugh. Rushing with machine gun here is not gonna work. Lucky to even get a kill. Nice rifles though, but not good movement. Kind of trolled by the MG there. Ooh. Ooh. Not so much. Lagout's the kind of guy you can actually hit with that spam rocket. Most people don't go there. Lagout still goes there. Yeah. This is Cube 2. There's just some slight things that I changed for my version. Anyone can do this. It's open source. None of these modifications are hacks. So if you want to have your guns look a certain way, if you want to have the older Iron Snout model from back in the earlier part of the game, and everything else is done with Community Edition, which is a client that anyone can download with some just nice competitive modifications. And the only other thing is text reduce 4. Well, he's got it to 2. He gets the rifle too. Oh shit, alright. Barely finishes that off. But now Lagout's got 100 with a minute to go and 3 frags up. That was very awkward, but he does manage to finish the kill and get a pretty good rocket. Awkward fight. Oh, doesn't quite kill him with the shotgun, and that is bad. But leave it to Hades to still come out pretty okay from that. 3 frags, 30 seconds. If anyone can do it, it'll be Hades. But moves like that don't help, and now I think it might be out of reach. Look at this score. 70 to 66 on Academy in a tournament. That's some old school shit. 71. That is some old school shit. Good game, guys. No, it's text reduce 4. Proof. Starts to read on 1. The amount of fucking clapbacks between Raphael and Spank have reached critical mass. Hanzik Lokio, I'm taking that over Starch Redon. But I will go check on Starch Redon. Well, nothing's happening, so there wasn't much to check on after all. Leogum and Z Crone. Oh, these guys are actually a close match. I'm gonna watch like a minute of this. Obviously, I've got to prioritize the winner bracket games, but I saw these guys on OT last night, and they're a close matchup. I think that Leogum has slightly better aim, but he doesn't always show it because his weapon switches and general effic awareness are worse than Crone's. Also, these guys are putting up some numbers. I mean, obviously nothing compared to the upper level games, but Leogum likes to play a pretty cautious Turbine usually, but they're 42 and 40 after 5.5 minutes. That was a nice little burst machine gun there. No, Leogum does not have an... well, he plays as Lizard King. That's his alias. Do people remember Leogum? Like, I can't remember sometimes how old people are or are not. But Leogum is an OG Spank. He was in Spank before me. So we're talking like 2007, 2008. His most notable achievement was beating Tenchi in a PSL Insta-Final in 2009, I guess. Other than that, he's had a relatively quiet off and on Sauer career. He came back to the game a month or two ago, maybe 3 months ago now, and he's been playing. So as you can see, he's not exactly beasting it yet, but looking pretty decent for vintage Spank. And he's got the 1 frag lead here, but unfortunately, it would be irresponsible of me not to go see some of these other games. No, beating Tenchi is an awesome achievement. Alright, Hanzik, Lokio, and Legazo. You gotta think Hanzik's gonna win this. It's probably not even gonna be all that close. Alright, that was harsh. Not because Lokio is bad, but because this is just such a Hanzik-style map. You know Hanzik's not gonna care in the slightest about just posting up with rifle. Whereas Lokio, like I would be, is probably more the kind of player who would like to use all the weapons. And would like to move around and involve tactics. But there are no tactics on Legazo. There are only rifles. Satoshi Shinako. Did it turn out that you were Shinnok? I forget who it turned out that you were. I think you were Shinnok. I don't know. If you are Shinnok, yeah, I would expect you to know him. Starch read on Frozen somewhere. Thanks, Arthur. I assume you're lag out. Nice game, man, if you are lag out. You looked fucking nice. Well, Lokio is keeping us close. Let's go check on Starch Redon, and then we'll go back and check on the final minute of Leogum Zekron. This is kind of what you'd expect, I have to say. Probably not going to be all that much to see. The big thing about these games is how did he fucking hit that? What the fuck? What's he pinging? 189? Jesus Christ. Well, I think Starch is going to be just fine. I don't think we need to worry about him. I think it's going to be a good grand final. Because he's just doing shit that shouldn't work right now. He's doing all of the rifle combos that are never a good idea for anyone else. It's bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. I refuse to watch any more of it. Let's go see how Leogum Zekron's gonna turn out. Uh-oh. Looks like Zekron is going to win. Which is fine if you're Zekron. Obviously, I was rooting for my clanmate here, but it was not meant to be, apparently. Kind of surprised Leogum did get the better of him last night, but Turbine doesn't seem to be Leogum's map of choice. Like I said, he's looked cautious there against other players, and cautious is not the winning strategy on Turbine. Sorry, I got distracted a bit by Discord. Where am I? I'm right here, man. I'm right here. Alright, I gotta go to server 4, probably. It's probably the place to be. Well, let's see what's on server 3. And the answer is something that isn't that interesting. Back to server 4. Alright, this is a good game. This is where we'll stay. And I will do full screen 0 and see whether I can get Frosty on the line. Hey, thanks, Black Flame X. Or X Black Flame X. Black Flame, surrounded by X's. Bookend X on Black Flame. Yeah, this game does need more players. I do need more watchers, but only if those watchers are also players. Nah, I'm just kidding. Watchers who don't play are also accepted. Yeah, we've, I guess you knew Cube too, so you know a bit about this game, obviously, but, you know, we've been here. Community's been competing since 2007, thereabouts. It's now 12 years later, and we're still competing. We're getting, you know, 16-player tournaments pretty much every time in all modes. We're, you know, averaging... We always get it, usually 50 players on and during Euro hours every day of the week, and sometimes we peak in the 100-player range. So... You know, I'm pretty pleased with where this game's at today, but we could definitely afford to grow back to the kind of peak years we had in maybe 2010, where the game was more like 200 players. I'm just happy, when you look at other arena FPSs, more polished arena FPSs, like Warsaw and Reflex. I'm not sure exactly how many players plays, XONITIC? Xenotic? Exonotic? Dude, I don't know. Like Xenotic? I don't know how many people actually play that one, but those other games are dead. And Sauer is still here, not dead, so I'm proud of us. Yeah, an update would help in terms of just getting people enthusiastic. We've been able to do a lot just in the community. Oh, that's fine, man. Followed is fine. Don't worry about subbing. But yeah, we're fortunate to have been able to make a lot of improvements to the game just as a community with server side stuff and with the community clients. One big thing was that we agreed to change the health boost mechanic to make it less game breaking, and we were able to do that with just a server side modification so that any client can play and have that better gameplay. So cool things like that we're able to do without the developer, and the developer did say if he ever releases an update, he will include that change. So it's a good dialogue. Let me talk to Frosty here. Well, that's the result I expected. Game speed a little turned down. I think that the game speed is good where it is, but you do have a point. I can be a little louder, sure. The game speed did used to be slower. So, you know, that was a thing. We've transitioned to playing larger maps in FFA, which has helped a lot. Slower game speed would change the gameplay on other maps. Effic would probably be broken with a slower game speed. I mean, right now, it's crazy, but if you slowed it down, I think that would, I think Effic should be crazy. So, That's just my opinion. What? Or the game sound. Okay, I thought you were just making a gameplay suggestion. Well, I turned myself up a little. Let me know if that helps. I think I turned my volume down a bit more than usual because I wanted to. I've been distorting a bit, I noticed. Here, I'll turn the game sound down a bit too. Let me know how this is. Let me get a game pulled up before I get too distracted by trying to get us a co-caster. No. Maybe. No. Okay, there just aren't games right now, so we'll just watch Torino. How do I get Frosty in the voice channel? I suck at Discord really bad. Dude. Oh, I think I probably have to do it with rolls. Fucking A, dude. Alright, now I'm in Twitch tourney. So hopefully Frosty can get in here soon. Yeah, I always say, you need a... What the fuck? Alright, I'll give him a roll in Notario. Sorry for being distracted right now. I'm trying to get us a co-commentator. Once I do that, I'll be back focused on the game. Let's do some read-on cam. That should be fun for you guys. All right. Rolls. Oh no! What? What do you mean nope? I'm adding it. I'm creating it. I suck. How do you do Discord? Rolls. Alright. New roll. Nope, that didn't work. Trying again. Server settings. Is streamer mode gonna stop me from fucking making rolls and shit? Yo, this is dumb. Oh wait, there it is. There's the button. New roll. Voice. Make it green. Save changes. General permission. Yeah, that should do it. Okay. Now I just save changes. Here, find Frosty. Give him a roll. Give him this roll. And now everything should work. Alright, while we wait to see whether I suck, I can look back at what Black Flames had to say and what the scores are right now. It didn't fucking work? Are you kidding me? What the fuck? Alright. Whatever. Discord is stupid and dumb. So, Frosty's gonna make a voice channel in SauerDuels that we can use. Yeah, you should get a 144Hz monitor. Get a really cheap one. Get a refurbished one. You can probably get it for less than 200 bucks. I know that's not just pennies or anything, but certainly manageable. If not, get a CRT if you just want to be a hardcore gamer, because then you'll still get the benefits of response time being instant and you know, no blur. But obviously, if you've got a good rig, you'll be a little disappointed probably with just having a CRT. So, yep, hope you can get one day. All right, man. One of these days, huh? Good channel name. I totally agree. I heard you, like, turn on, but I didn't hear any sound beyond that. I'm talking to Frosty now, in case that sounds really confusing to stream. Alright, this game sucks. What else is going on? Probably something really good that I should have noticed sooner. Lokiel Galaxy, not the best. Tamino Alley. Alright, no, I actually really wasn't missing anything. I didn't realize this got back in the pool, but apparently it did. Let's watch and see how much it sucks. Noticeable difference between 120 and 144. No, not really, in my opinion. 120's fine. So just get one. If 120s are cheaper, you could just get a 120, but it would be fine. In my opinion, like, why get a 120 when you could just save it? Like, 144s aren't that much more expensive, so I don't think there's any point in getting 120. But if for some reason you have a 120 already and the response time is good, then there's no need to get a 144. Better save up for when 240s are cheap someday in the future. Because I'm told you can tell the difference between 240 and 144. But I've never heard anyone say that you need more than 144 to be good at games. And I have a 120 and a 144 right here. I can't tell the difference. Alright, Frosty, why? He'll be back. He'll be back! That's fine, great. What's up, binary guy? Yeah, then Lazy Rail, you're good, man. You'll be fine. Yeah, no problem. Alright, so I mean, we're getting a close game here in the loser bracket. Kind of thought Ali was a lot better than Tamino. So this may be a case of me being totally wrong, or it may be a case of simplicity creating odd results. Neither one would surprise me. It's no secret that I think this map is complete garbage. Oh, that was some sick machine gun. Ali seems to do a good job of backing into that corner there so he can't fall off. That's a nice strat. Very controlled shotgun. Did I ask Achille about his settings? No, like I said, if he lost, I wasn't going to ask him, and he lost, so I didn't ask him. I will, be asking him... Fucking Ali's going to lose, what the fuck? I will be asking him if he can come play ICTF, which is in a few weeks. So maybe he'll come, and if he does, then maybe we can find out what his settings are. I can tell you that he used to play on a MacBook with a G9X for a mouse. I'm 99% sure he still uses the G9X. I don't know if he's still using a MacBook. But, yeah, he was never too interested in hardcore settings. Ali looks like he really wants to win with his rifle, but I think Tamino's just as happy to play that game. That little lip right there causes so many fucking problems for the player. In terms of being able to place rockets. Needs to hit this rifle here. That was not wise. That was really dumb. Hey, Frosty.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're a little quiet.
Yeah, hold on. I'm just gonna mute and relocate and get set up.
Alright, sounds good. They did remove this map. I think there was a bunch of... The pool got expanded by 2 maps in each mode. Like in FFA Paradigm and SKRDM1, in Insta. Well, one of them was Duel 8, but that's going away now. I forget what the other one was. And in effic... I don't know. Oh god, it's Duel 8 again. Yeah, Duel 8 needs to go away. But we'll worry about that later. Personally, I think the effic pool should be like 5 maps total. They are, you can see the Insta pool, they got rid of the Duel 8 and put Tartek in already. Tartek is a bit simple and a bit spawn fucky, but definitely better than Duel 8. I would say it's even better than Duel 8 for effic. If anything, Park should probably replace Duel 8, but you know, we figure these things out as we're going on. Yeah, AAR is in there. If AAR ever wasn't in there, then that's a travesty, so I thought that it was always in there. Yeah, Lokio, me neither. I think it's because simplicity is trash. It makes bad players have a better chance, and it makes good players go, what the fuck is this trash map? But I do think that Ali's been making the mistake of relying too much on his rifle at the expense of giving Tamino rifle shots. And then at other times, he's just been too cautious because now he's noticed that his rifle isn't working. And he's just giving Tamino easy rifle shots, trying to close the distance in a really predictable way. Oh! But here we are, 43 seconds. We've got a game, ladies and gentlemen. That was the dumbest rifle shot in history. But we still have a game. Oh, shit. He hits it. He hits it. 57 health. Oh, the spawn. All right. Tied with health and frags. Oh, my God. Sick from Tamino there. No, not what you want. You do not want to rush that position. But he gets it. Overtime? Overtime on simplicity. Holy shit. And Tamino is pausing because he's having a heart attack. No, take a minute 55, Tamino. Alright, what's going on in stream chat? Yeah, not having a hardcore rig is not a big problem, but having a good monitor is nice. So, that's the thing. Ali has 8 suicides. What up, friend Krakovic? Did you fucking see the Celtics Warriors last night? Fucking good game. Fucking we lost. Well, Ali looks like, having survived to overtime, he's ready to fucking win this shit. I don't know. Tamino might have lost his powers during the pause. That shit was fucked. Goddamn fucking Draymond Green. Fucking Marcus Smart doing his enthusiasm plays was like getting in there for the rebound instead of fucking boxing out Draymond. And then Kevin Durant was even nice enough to throw it out of bounds for no reason before that. We had plenty of chances and we fucked it up. Yeah, sure, man. That's what's gonna happen. Alright, what the fuck? Tamino went fucking beast mode while I was thinking about basketball. I'm the worst streamer of all time. It's tied up again, but with 9 health. Tamino could really milk the health right now and try to keep... Oh, okay. What the hell? This game defies resolution. Again, with the 100-100 tie. Ali wins, 25 health. Where is he? He's over there. This one's not going to overtime. Ali wins by a matter of 10 fucking armor. Fucking shit, man. Alright, what's going on in not the loser bracket? If there is, in fact, any games not in the loser bracket. Holy shit, Starch Hanzik. Alright, enough said. We're here. Let's watch Starch. Well, we can already see the ping is weird for Starch today. 193.11. We're seeing some weird shit like that right there. That's some weird shit. Everything Starch does, it looks insane on normal ping, but then you put it on weird ping and it just looks fucked up. But a healthy 6 frag starting lead, and he's closing things with rifle. I am terrified of my clanmate. Nails him with that rocket there, preventing a problematic situation. Ooh. Eats a pretty big combo. Let me go back to full screen here. And apparently almost crashed the game. Alright, Hansik's cut it to 4. Or 5, really. Well, that was an awkward machine gun fight, but he has no problem finishing it off with the rifle. And bam, Hansik goes down. Dude, get fucked. This guy is mental. Can I call Hades to play on server 3? Yeah, I can call him. He's being a fucking defeatist today. He might have gone to play PUBG.
Hello.
What up, man?
Not much. Just finished making a PB&J sandwich.
Lunch of champions.
An American classic.
So I'm on Starch.
Oh, it looks like Starch is...
I did full screen 1 while you were talking, and it just shut everything down for a moment, so I don't know what you said.
I was just commenting on how Starch looks like he's in pretty good shape.
Yeah. I'm thinking 37 to 30 on Hanzik is fine. It's like I said to you some PM at some point. I know he's gotten some games with Fathom in from time to time, so he's certainly not in, like, I haven't touched my computer shape. He just hasn't been playing many, you know, games with me or Hades or anything like that, and he's been working a lot. But looks like he is fine, so.
Well, that can be good. You can be sort of fresh, you know.
Yeah, helps you focus. The key is to play enough and then play like once a week or a couple times every 2 weeks so that you're not totally like, how do I move a mouse and keyboard, but you have fresh focus.
And I also think playing a bit too much, you can almost sort of second guess sort of how to play, at least for me.
Oh yeah.
And then it can actually hurt.
Yeah, I agree. I think it just makes you do things automatically, and doing things automatically is never a winning strategy. Obviously, I mean, you have to do some things automatically, but it won't help you make very good reads on your opponent. See ya, Black Flames. Thanks for stopping by and getting reacquainted. So he's now up fucking 15. Yeah, go see if there's any other good games.
Well, Raphael's up on Lago by about 7 on Turbine. About 5 minutes through. Lokio's gonna beat Redon. Maybe the closest game right now would be Hades and Alley. If they just started.
Oh, so Hades didn't rage quit and play PUBG. Well, I'll go to that then. Nope. That should be, I accidentally hit third person instead of hide HUD. That should be somewhat interesting. Alley's coming off oh, this is the wrong game.
Server 3.
Yep,
Yeah.
I'm there now. Ali's coming off pretty exciting loser bracket performance, and Hades is coming off of losing to lag out and whining about it. So I would say that this could go either way based on those factors. But if I had to say who the better player is, it's definitely Hades. So we'll see whether those facts assert themselves.
Oh no, I like playing in the loser bracket.
Yeah?
Yeah, just I don't know. After you sort of lose one, you sort of you throw your expectations out the door and you just play and find that helps.
Can't say I feel the same way, but I guess that makes sense. Hades did say he was looking forward to the loser bracket, but I didn't totally understand his reasoning. Anyway, it looks like he's got himself out to a bit of a lead here. 2 frags after only 2 minutes could be the sign of things to come. Do you know if Ali plays much during the weeks, or is he in the same sort of routine that a lot of us are, where we show up for tournaments?
Kind of. I think like he hadn't been in Sauer for a couple of years, and then he kind of came back and then played a lot, right? Like he was just getting back into it. But I think he started to slow down a little bit now, and yeah, he's like the rest of us now, I think. I saw him do a couple duels this week, but not much. Although I was a bit surprised when he came back how good he was. I don't really remember him being that good at all.
Yeah, I was also surprised. It wasn't until last tourney or the one before someone pointed out like, nah, he's good, and I watched and was like, yeah, he's pretty good. But did you see that Simplicity match?
No, but I heard it went into overtime.
Yeah, it was not only did it go into overtime, there was a lot of back and forth and ridiculous shit that normally I would hate, but since I was only watching, you know, whatever.
See? That's what happens when you put Simplicity in the pool.
Yeah. I guess. I noticed that Duel 8 is still in the effic pool.
I got a request in Discord to go to Hanzik and Starch.
Is Hanzik making some kind of crazy comeback?
No, but I mean, there's like 45 seconds left, so.
Maybe there's admin stuff needed to do, not viewer stuff. I could see Hanzik being pretty sore about losing by like 20. Especially since he was ready to disqualify Starch for showing up late.
The request is from Sarah.
Well, I'm staying.
You don't have to go there. Alright, well, I tried.
Anyway, stream. Hades is out to a 3 frag lead. Ali seems to have stopped it from growing to a 4 frag lead, so there's some fight in him. Neither of them are putting up huge numbers right now, but they don't look bad either. Although Hades' machine gun is pretty... I was gonna say hit or miss. It kind of sounds stupid to say hit or miss as an expression when you're talking about literally the core fundamental of the game, but yeah, he's looking pretty inconsistent with MG, so that may be why. His MG there was perfectly good, but there have been some serious whiffs as well. I think we're at sort of the calm before the storm right now.
Before the Raphael Starch storm?
Yeah, and the like Hanzik in the loser bracket, Blackout Hades all in the loser bracket Storm.
Yeah, I think this has got to be the strongest bracket in, I don't know, maybe ever.
Yeah,
For a long time at least.
I don't know about ever, but I was talking it up a lot at the beginning of the stream. By my estimation, there's like 5 of the top 10 ranked effic players, and like 4 of the top 5.
Well,
So
who's missing? Like you and me and Rexus. Oh, I guess Rexus is in here.
You, me, Rexus, and Partisan, I think is number 10. Or did like who ended up at number 10? Probably Partisan.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that, and that's it. That's
and,
like
we're finally gonna get the Raphael Starch match. I've been wanting to see that for months.
I think we all have. Is that guaranteed now? Are they onto the winner bracket final?
Yep, for sure.
That's excellent. Yeah, I think we'll be in for a show of inhuman things that no one else can even imagine doing. Meanwhile, this game...
if they...
Go on.
And if they meet again in the finals, then we can sort of just kind of declare who the best is, because they've both been dominating when the other hasn't been around.
Yeah. Yeah, one map is one map, but if they come back to the finals, we'll see proper best of 3.
Still a close game.
Yeah. 2 frags, 2:36 to go. Well, that's gonna help. Let's give Ali some screen time here. I watched him against Tamino most of the time, but let's see how his turbine's looking.
Was it Tamino that he went in overtime with?
Yeah. Which is why I'm saying, like, what the fuck, Simplicity? I really don't think that's, I think that's a very map-specific result between those 2 players.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Better or for worse. Anyway, Ali's definitely looking like he's warmed up, if nothing else, because, well, he missed a lot of machine gun there, but other than that, he's doing pretty well.
He needs that 30 seconds left Legazo machine gun.
Yes, good reference.
Of course, it's not a very good listener reference.
Nope,
but...
terrible reference for everyone else, but great reference for me.
Okay.
Oh, that was not a very smart rifle, but he gets away with it. I've noticed that Ali definitely suffers from... Oh, he's lagging. That's not good. Everyone's lagging, so that's probably me lagging, actually. Anyway, I've noticed that Ali suffers from rifle finish-itis, and doesn't hit them as much as maybe Starch or Hades.
Like, is he using them, like, poorly, where, like, the enemy has 5 HP,
yeah,
or
exactly.
is he just missing them?
No, like, enemy has 5 HP, or, like, fresh off the spawn, he has all his weapons, but he chooses to go for the rifle. A lot of that.
So it's almost like Bud Spenceritis.
Yep, that's another thing we could call it. Bud Spencer has a lot of diseases named after him. Love you, Bud Spencer.
Yeah, too bad we didn't see him show out today. I saw him play yesterday.
He promised me that he would write a write-up for this tourney again and work on his English, so I'm really glad to hear that he's doing that. The community write-ups, which he's been responsible for most of, have been a really nice little after feature of the tournament. Just keep the hype going into the concluding time, and if you don't have time to watch the whole VOD, which most people probably don't, reading that write-up can give you a little more color than just reading the bracket. So very cool.
I'm very appreciative of it. Okay, time to announce this next set of games, and then we get rolling. They're all great games. It's almost too bad that we have to choose one.
Yeah. By the way, Black Flames, I've not heard of Dusk, so it's a good thing that Lokio has. All right, let's look in scores here. See what's been transpiring. Alright, Lokio defeated Redon in a not-so-close game. Starch destroyed Hanzik in a much less close game than anyone could have imagined. I guess Hanzik's shape must not be all that great because 104 to 83, that goes beyond Starch and gets into what the fuck, Hanzik. Raphael beat Lagout by more than I would expect again. 112 to 101. Jesus Christ, Raphael. I couldn't put up 112 against fucking Zara. And as we just watched, Hades beat Ali. So, we're gonna see a collision of Lokio and... Oh, no, that's not happening yet. Well, we've got Lokio, Hanzik, Lagout, and Hades are all gonna collide in the loser bracket. And I don't see a bad match possible among any of those names. So, I am excited.
Where's Raphael? See him anywhere?
I don't know where Raphael is.
Oh, he's on number 2.
Looks like we're getting Lagout versus Lokio. I have to say Lagout is the heavy favorite here, but not in the kind of way where I think it'll be a bad game. It's in the kind of way where I think at the end he will be the one to pull away. But it appears... Are we on Academy or Frozen? I can't tell. I'm just staring at the skybox.
Frozen.
Alright. I think that could be interesting. Let's go off on Lokio to begin with. So the other game's going to be Hanzik and Hades. I might prefer that game, but we'll start with this one. I think between Hanzik and... Well, no, I mean, out of Lagout, Hanzik, and Hades, any of them could easily get to the loser bracket final. What the fuck just happened to the Discord? Weird ass Discord glitch. Wait, one more alt tab, guys. Sorry. Back to the game. No one getting off to any kinds of crazy starts. A little back and forth though. We saw Lokio go up and then Lagout go up and Lokio back up to a tie. See, Lagout eating that rocket there. That's not a very cautious Teledest exit, which is the kind of thing that Lagout's known for.
Yeah, Lagout doesn't know how to play it. Well, yeah, he doesn't know how to play it safe. He just kind of aggressively...
Yeah, he's refined his game more over the years to where it's not like everything he does is just massively a bad idea, but you can count on him not taking the safe play most of the time.
Yeah, one tempo. I mean, he's very good at it, so...
Exactly. He's got a very...
Alright, we got Starch and Raphael starting. I'm number 1 now.
Well... I'm sure the demo of this game will be good, but we need to go and watch OT between the two best effic players in the game, beyond question. And
oh, Raphael talking some trash.
yeah, Raphael doesn't know how to talk anything but trash. The man has a 90% trash talk to normal talk ratio, especially when faced with the spank tag.
Starch is playing pretty cautious off the start. I think that's a good sign for him, actually.
Oh yeah, I mean, Starch choosing not to talk trash, but he is goddamn serious, I can tell you that. Starch is a man who takes his reputation very seriously, and it infuriates him when people doubt him and otherwise think that, you know, Raphael, for example, could be better than him, so I think he's really serious about this game. That was an obliterating shotgun blast. the way his rifle's been hitting against Hanzik and now Raphael so far is a big deal. Because Starch with a rifle that's hitting is Starch that can't be beaten easily. Starch with a rifle that's missing starts to look human. And Raphael showing that he is not insta-champion by coincidence. Coming right back at him.
Yeah, I've noticed that tendency with Raphael when he's down in effic is that he really relies on that rifle a lot.
Well, he made that 2-frag lead look like nothing. Came right back into it. Big whip on that rocket, and he gets the rifle there. Let's go on Raphael for a bit here. Try to switch back and forth between these two players a decent amount throughout the game. I think Raphael is more active than Starch, but given what I've seen from Starch today, I don't think you could exactly call him rusty. So. Perfect. Top level play.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe just being petty, didn't want to let him kill him.
Yeah. The machine gun betrays him there. And Starch is not gonna... Oh, well, he actually does go down. I thought he would milk that top spot for all it's worth. That is disgusting machine gun. Getting out of a situation with 70-70, ready to add another kill. 6 switch there. I was like, why has he got machine gun out? He's only got 6 bullets, and that's why, I guess. Both of these players, they both do it. It's the machine gun to rifle switch. It's necessary to win in a fic, but it's just impossible for normal human beings.
Yeah.
It's like, the first thing I would tell at a fic player is don't do that until you're Starch or Raphael.
Well, it's such an, almost like an all or nothing play. If you miss it, you're kind of screwed.
It's the very definition of an all or nothing play. But you can't win without doing it against these guys. Because all is needed. The space between all or nothing is not a useful space. Anyway, Starch is up 2 here, but eating a direct rocket rifle combo across the map. And then another sick combo. Raphael's looking great. It's almost hard to believe he's down. Not that he's down by a tremendous amount, but watching him, it's just like I assume he's winning because no one can be doing these sick things he's doing and be behind. Time for Starch Cam. Everything they do is a combo. Everything. They never fire off a burst of weapon and then don't switch to another weapon to fire that weapon, it seems like. Homing rockets from Starch there. Believable machine gun. He can get a rifle here. He could be pushing up to a legitimate 3-frag lead. Terrible spawn.
Yeah, bad spawn and a nice combo there again.
Then he eats a rocket off the spawn too, so that flipped on its head dramatically.
It's one of the most annoying things about effic is spawn luck.
Oh yeah, it's a fatal flaw in the game that these guys just don't care enough about to not demonstrate their incredible skill. And look at that, Starch. Oh well, he just got kind of owned. But I was going to say he's at least gotten his 2-frag lead back. But the 3-frag lead that he was about to push up towards has, for the time being, eluded him. Tied up again. It's time for Raphael Kim. Filthy. Also filthy. 10 health. Still ready to be annoying. Let's watch Starch see how he's going to attack this spot. Gets it done. Back to Raphael, though.
Yeah, that's one of the most important skills in effic is not taking a cheap rifle when your enemy has 5 HP.
Absolutely right. And the way Starch got that done was masterful, honestly. Raphael was able to cleverly block both exits and then get out also into a position where he could get a shot off on Starch. Starch equal to the task. Well, he's just gonna fix it with rifle, but that was a lot of machine gun to miss from that spot. That's not fair. How does he do that? That's just literally impossible. And he gets a double frag, ties it back up again before going back down. Starch immediately brings it back to the 2 frag lead equilibrium that he's been hovering around for most of the map. Let's go back to Starch for the next minute, and then I'll be on whoever's behind for the last minute. It feels like they're playing so cautious, but the score is still 58 to 57 with 2 minutes to go.
For a quick update, we had Hades beating Hanzik and Lego beating Lokio.
Oh, way to go, Hades. Guess Hanzik's just not all their way with it today. Look at that score, it's ridiculous on the Hades game. But now back to focusing on this, where Raphael's looking to tie it up here. Oh, that machine gun makes it a lot less clean than he was hoping. This is a game we could easily see going to overtime. Ooh, that ping shotgun. But then Raphael just destroys it. Tied up again. This is a crucial moment for Starch. Oh, Raphael fucks it up. Alright, as promised, we'll go on Raphael now, see what he's got in this last minute. Make the comeback. Beautiful stuff. 55. Gets a rocket off. Misses that rifle, though. The all or nothing plays, not helping there. Whiffs all the machine gun. Can't really blame him, because it's impossible. Now down 2. How much health does Starch have? All of it. This could be game. 3 frags, 20 seconds. It would take something special. And Starch will wait it out.
There.
That'll do it. I'll start suicides for some reason, but still. It is going to be Starch taking the winner bracket final, and let's see what these guys have to say about it.
I don't know if we're going to hear anything.
That's true. Raphael does have the bigger mouth of the two of them. But I'm sure if Starch wins the tournament, he'll have something to say.
Okay, so next up, I think we only have one game now. So Hades and Lego.
I'm just stunned, man. That level of effic is just so much higher than anything the game has ever seen, or that I've seen in any game.
Yeah, they're both in a class of their own.
Like, Quake Live, man, or Quake Champions, they've got these insane aimers. They've got Tox, they've got Claws, like, these guys are legit. These guys are world class hacker aimer type people, or base kind of LG hits, but they don't do it for 10 minutes with these gimpy broken ass weapons with no spawn with spawns right on top of each other. Like this
Yeah,
shit
you need to be really quick.
is the speed and the precision and the ability to not tilt with these kind of with all the random chance that's built into these weapons, the ability to somehow rise above that and be consistent. It really blows my mind. And for anyone who doesn't know, both of our commentators here, me and Frosty, we have won effic titles. Frosty won all the titles at once in Sauer League a while back, and I actually beat Raphael in 2014. So it goes to show that we're still sitting here like, dude, these guys, it's not even fair. Like, they make us look like absolute trash.
I don't think either of us can really compete with that.
Speaking for myself, I don't think I could.
Well, it looks like we'll finish under 3 hours today. That's kind of nice.
Frosty's like a fucking flight attendant here.
So what's your prediction for this game? Or do you want to wait till the map comes out?
Who's playing?
Lag out in Hades?
Lag out in Hades, so it's a rematch again. Yeah, it's gonna depend on the map. Hades is I don't know, he's a hard man to read at the best of times, and today he definitely seems defeatist, but at the same time he's beaten Hanzik. He only lost versus Lagout. It looked worse than it was because there was just one stretch where Lagout blew it open, and after that it was just sort of out of reach for him. So I don't know. I really can't predict it. I think the map's gonna be a big player, and I think it could go either way without me being surprised. The only thing that would surprise me would be a blowout.
Yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards lag out just because, I mean, he didn't play that well against Raphael, but he beat Lokio by 10.
Hmm.
And considering what already happened in the first game with Hades, I just think he seems to be a little bit better today.
Reasonable prediction. See you, Brecht. Hope the phone does the job. Hmm.
Well, I'm content to wait a few minutes.
Oh yeah, I mean, oh well, here he is actually, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna stretch my legs while these guys veto. that went fast.
Yep.
How did this happen, by the way? You'd think Lagout would want to avoid this. I guess he did beat Lokio, but...
Oh, I think this map favors Legout, because I don't think I've ever seen Hades play this map.
Actually, you know what? You're right. I did just beat him on this map last night. To be fair, he was ahead most of the game, and I only won by 1, but losing to me is not a ringing endorsement for your chances. I think that the way Hades probably wants to play this map is exactly what Lagout's style is designed to break through. Hey, Justin, we ate. The man, the myth, the legend. Well, Hades has gotten us to a nice little lead here. So he's ready to prove us wrong. Let's watch him. See what he's doing. Still really...
Hades...
Go on.
Hades did beat Lagout twice to make it to the finals last tournament, so...
Yeah, but weren't those on Academy? The same map that he lost today?
Oh, I don't remember. I think it was Turbine.
I think maybe one was Turbine and one was Academy. I don't know for sure, though. Because if so, it says something about where their skill levels are at today versus just map advantages. Yeah, Hades' machine gun is continuing to look really sketchy, but he's hitting all the rifles. And at the end of the day, I've yet to see anyone prove to me that this is not a rifle map. So in theory, it really should favor Hades, is why I said that. I just think that it also requires a certain level of speed and I don't know. It's a very mobile map, and if you can get to a guy who's missing just 1 or 2 rifles, the kind of flow that you can get into here is Hades is not a guy who really plays with what I would call flow.
Yeah, he plays a lot similar to me, I think.
Yeah. Excuse me. Well, whoever wins this would have to go through Raphael again. It's a tall order, but I know both these players are capable of it. Hades in the last final held his own. Didn't come all that close to winning, but very respectable scores. And Lagout has certainly beaten Raphael in practice before. And Hades has beaten Starch in practice before. So in theory, this is still anyone's tournament. Besides, bronze is an honor in a tournament like this.
Yeah, for sure. Unless you're Starch or Raphael, of
Right.
course. I don't think they'd be too happy with
Yeah,
that.
those guys have different standards. Hades managing to make it 3. And there's a spawn. You should know. Yep, Lagout manages not to go through that teleporter, but now he has. Does Hades know it? Yes, he does. Hades is playing with a lot of energy. One thing I've noticed about Hades is that whatever I say about him on stream, he'll later tell me that it was stupid and wrong. So, just a note to the viewers out there that my analysis of Hades is usually incongruous with his own closer to the source analysis. Nice. Nice. He's getting those rifles on lag out in these these situations where he's catching lag out and plus forward and not in a position to dodge rifles. But he hits that one too, so what difference does it make? Yeah, alright, that's legit. But again, let down by his machine gun. Does get out of it with the kill. And that rifle pretty much evens things up.
It's a phrase you should say that needs to be said a lot. Machine gun lets you down.
Could be a t-shirt. That was a questionable use of rifle, but he's gonna get away with it. Alright, that was weird. Hades just trying to make sure his name shows up on the scoreboard as many times in a row as possible. Yo, did you know that Hanzik had a septuple kill against Brecht earlier?
Like 7?
7 in a row.
Is he using shotgun and nades by the end?
Yes, he was. I'm sure it's happened before, but I've never seen it. That was my first witness to a septuple kill.
I don't know if my aim's good enough to get 7 kills in one life with all the ammo that you have.
It takes a little bit of luck too. Like the last one with shotgun, he was just spamming it around corners, praying not to get hit. And to be fair, it did end up in a mutual kill. But Hanzik was on the scoreboard first, therefore I'm calling it a septuple kill.
Yeah, no doubt.
Up to 5 frags with barely 3 minutes to go. 6 even. This looks like nearly settled game. Lagout does get 2 in a row there, but it would be quite the comeback. Beautiful turnaround rifle there. Hades doesn't care about this kind of thing, but if nothing else, his performance in this tournament could help him move to a more respectable and accurate place in the rankings. That is, if he doesn't get rushed down by Lagout and lose his entire lead. Lagout on a triple kill right now, and also brings him down to 3 health. If Hades can't hit a rifle here, we're going to have a bit of a nail-biter at the end. He does hit a rifle, but still, not out of the woods yet.
Yeah, I think he's underachieved a bit with his, I guess, his rank. I feel like he must care about that a little bit, though.
Maybe.
I'm sure he uses it, or he could use it as motivation.
He's a hard man to read. But it's down to 1 frag right now, so right now he needs some immediate motivation. I'm going to stay on Hades even though Lagout's making the comeback here because it seems like Hades is the man under fire.
I could see Hades quitting Sauer for like 5 months if he loses this now.
It's not like he's been exactly active. I give him props for deciding to enter this tournament on very, very little practice. Whiffs that rifle, but he protects the teleport nicely. Flips out like an upended tortoise there and eventually goes down. Back out with a little strategic self-damage. Hades, odd rifle switch. Will Lagout push into his rockets? He does, but the rockets don't hit. Somehow neither player has taken damage yet. I don't understand. Hades eventually hits the rifle. Gets the better of the mutual spawn. Lagout gets the drop on him. Hades looks a little out of control. Backs up into the rifle zone. Hits the rifle himself. And flicks around for the Teledesk rocket. Now here he's got a great angle, a little slow to hit it. Misses that one somehow, 6 seconds. Could we go to overtime? Nope. Hades hangs on, wins by 1 on effic Frozen versus Lagout. Yeah, I think Hades quit a lot of early tournaments. I think that's part of what tanked his rank.
With the round robin thing.
Yeah. He, already, he threatened earlier in this tournament after his first loss. He was like, I'm going to go quit and play PUBG. And I believed him. I really thought that might happen. So, glad to see him still playing the game.
I think it was also because he ended up just being matched against Starch a few times
That does hurt
and
as
sort
well.
of not having that many other games.
Yep, that doesn't help.
That's sort of been my experience with like FFA, is that my like rating isn't very high because all my games are against like you and Redon and Lokio.
How high is your rating in FFA?
Uh, I think it's like 1520 or something.
That's very
Like
low.
maybe only like 20 above the starting amount.
That's unbelievably low. But you have lost some games to Hanzik and Lokio, and
Yeah, that's what I'm saying is that all of the games are against really good players.
I guess that, yeah, of course, Hanzik and Lokio are really good players. But you gotta get some of those because you're a really good player, and if you don't, you're gonna deservedly fall in the ranking.
Yeah,
I
for
mean,
sure.
how many players are above you is a better question.
No, I'm fairly ranked. I'm not complaining.
Well, we're seeing a rematch of last tournament's grand final, which I think is actually really interesting because Hades is showing some consistency here by getting all the way to the art stage of the final 2 tournaments in a row. Duel 8 rears its ugly head.
I don't know why it's in there.
You heard it here, folks. Tournament admin doesn't know why the map is in the pool.
Should just replace it with Tartek.
Yeah, let them do their vetoes, and if Duel 8 ends up getting played, just load Tartek. There's also Park to consider, on a serious note. I've never loved Park, but it's gotta be less broken than Duel 8. You, broke entirely there. I have no idea what you said. Yeah, you're, oh, is this me? Is this a me problem? Voice connected is in the red now. Could be a me problem. I can sort of hear you clicking around. Frosty contending that, or Lokio contending that Krakovic is your equal. What is going on in voice here? Dude, shit is messed up. Dude, tell me in Discord with chat whether I sound good to you. Yeah, you're cutting that. Well, you're not even there for me. What about stream? I'm not dropping any frames on stream. Well, I guess I could just relaunch Discord. I don't know why that would help. Okay, I'm back in Noob Toss. Lokio was there for a moment. Oh, I'm still connecting. Now I'm in the green. How do I sound?
Good.
Alright, sick. Nope, red. I'm already in the red again.
Well, the Discord server's in like US East. That's the region, so.
Well, I'm in the green again. I don't know. It's a seems like a Discord problem because, like I said when you probably couldn't hear me, I still haven't dropped any frames on stream, so my connection seems stable. Hopefully, it just doesn't happen again. All right, Memento.
Oops, I accidentally have you in.
Yeah, I'm gonna want to just beat both these guys. Nope, too late. All right. All right, so I believe Raphael won this by 2 last time. I think Hades likes this map. I have a hard time
Yeah, he
knowing
doesn't
where to
mind
rate
it.
him on it. I think I have a hard time rating Hades in general. I should probably just give up. I never seem to rate him correctly.
I do think this map favors Hades because you can slow the tempo down and obviously hit a lot of rifles.
Yeah, but it's hard for me to say that Hades has the better rifle between these two. So it may be that while he'll be happy... Well, that was sick. He may be happy to slow the tempo down, but it may not help him if he can't hit the better rifles. So far, so good, though. I'll stay on Hades another minute here, and then we'll go to Raphael, because I've been on Hades cam for like 10 minutes. See, those kind of shots, even though we've agreed that all or nothing is necessary to win these big games, they make you concerned when you see them just whiffing.
They're only good when you make them. It's like Steph Curry 3-pointers.
Fuck, he fucked us for a quarter last night. God damn.
Yeah, forget Sauer. We'll just talk about basketball.
That almost happened earlier when Krakovic joined. I had to restrain myself.
Talking about the Orlando Magic.
Yeah, that guy has serious fan issues. It's one issue. It's being a fan of the Orlando Magic. All right, well, Hades, 2 frag lead with 2 minutes gone. Let's watch Raphael and see what's gonna happen here. Machine gun seems to have gone cold. He flips around for no reason. I don't know if he thought he had gotten the kill and was looking for the spawn, or if he's just showing his anger. I think if Raphael loses to Hades, we'll have to worry about Sauer League getting cancelled.
Hope not.
Yeah, I hope not too. I'm sure he can.
No, I'm sure he'll talk trash and say, "Oh, I won 3 in a row, whatever."
We'll have to see if it even gets to that point, because he's looking to come back into this one already.
It's like Hades just needed a breath there.
Yeah, well, he gets tracked down by the rockets, but it does get his rifle. And it's tied again with 70-70. Hades giving him everything he could want there, but eventually finishing off the kill. And now 100-100 tie game, fresh start. Hades immediately eliminates that with a back-to-back rifle. These guys are happy to play Insta. It's fine, they can switch to tourney mode right now. Raphael gets his first lead.
Again.
Raphael on an absolute tear right now. Hades fortunate to hit that rifle, but still in big danger. That was his shot there. Yep. Raphael just looked like he was in control of that situation. Up 4. Hades cannot stop him from hitting every rifle in the game. Well, now he can. Looks like Hades is ready to die on the hill of firing off as many rifles as he can. But that's kind of why I wasn't prepared to say the map favored Hades, is because Hades may be amazing at getting 1 or 2 rifles in a row on peaks that shouldn't be possible, but Raphael has got that kind of rhythm aim where he's gonna hit 6.
Yeah, Hades just collapsed.
He's gonna hit 6 in a row, and Hades is not gonna know how to stop that necessarily, as many would be unable to. We'll stay on Raphael unless Hades starts making a comeback. Then we give him some screen time. But with being in the driver's seat like this is just going to make Raphael more dangerous. When you have a guy who aims at the top of the game and can really get into a rhythm, and you give him a situation where he's got a comfortable lead, it just frees him up to do those all or nothing combos as much as he wants. And that's how the thing can spiral out of control. Oh, Discord is fucked up again? God damn it. Is it hashtag PM0? Yeah, Lazy Rail. A lot of Sauer players have played Quake. Echo was ranked in the top 1% of North American Clan Arena, so he was really good. And Tenchi was a very good dueler. Quarter was pretty good at duel. Lokio and I are decent Clan Arena players. I peaked at 1800 in duel, but not for very long. Conman went to QuakeCon to play Clan Arena with his clan. So Sauer Broughton players have had a good deal of success in Quake. Nothing no, not in the money or in the top tier, but very respectable transitions. Echo is also top 500 in Overwatch. The guy is a fucking good gamer.
I'm gonna change. Can you hear me?
Oh, I heard you for a second. Okay, what the fuck is my cat doing? Yeah, this game has departed the realm of interesting games. I wonder if I could actually set up a Mumble server. Oh, okay.
Hello?
Yeah. You somehow changed the server location without me getting disconnected, I guess.
Oh, cool.
Well, it's working again, so we'll hope that fixed it. Meanwhile, the game continued getting out of hand. As I said right before you got disconnected, people like Raphael and Starch, you give them a lead, it just frees them up to do as many low-risk, all-or-nothing combos as they want, and that's how the lead gets even bigger. Whereas with Mortals, they may get a big lead, but you can sort of stop it there.
Well, we're finally gonna get the final that we want. I shouldn't say that as an admin, but I think it's probably the most exciting outcome we could hope for.
It's literally nothing.
No, I could say what I want. What are you gonna do about it?
No one has any power to stop you from doing whatever you want.
What are you gonna do about it? Quit? Well, fine. Go for a walk in beautiful 3-degree weather.
You sound exactly like Fragenfucker.
It's kind of rude.
It's kind of true. Like, that's a quote. Pretty much. Frag and fucker quote.
Yeah, Hades doesn't want to say good game.
He's never been known to say good game. More than maybe 30% of the time.
Alright, 3-minute hype party.
Hype party!
Make a tower or something.
I'm just gonna shoot everyone. I was trying to figure out how to make my rocket trail behave normally so that I could make a banner. Couldn't do it. Couldn't figure it out. Somehow I got my rocket trail to be really fragmented, and I don't know what setting it is that screwed it up.
Max particles?
Wasn't max particles. Wasn't max trail.
And maybe it's with the flare options.
Wasn't with the flare options.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, me neither. What I'll just have to do is install Comet on a vanilla, on another fresh install. Except that I tried to do that, and somehow Comet wasn't working, so I gave up, and it was time to stream. Conspiracy theory. Frosty equals frag and fucker. Wow, that one would go deep. Yeah, Lazy Rail. Yeah, the competition level here does successfully translate into Quake. Certainly, you know, for the most part, guys here are not going to be as good as people who get paid to play the game and do it 24 hours a day for a career. But we can hang with, you know, as the tiers were in Quake Live, tier 4 guys. So, let's get focused on the hype again. Is the last time we saw this final? Lazy Rail. You gotta love the ooh death sound. That's the best thing about Sauer after the boing jump pads. The last time we saw this final, was it the 2014 DKSC Advent Cup?
I think we saw it once in SWAT Llama's Super Sour League.
Alright.
As well, and I think Starch won that one.
So he's 2-0 in that case. I certainly would call him the favorite. He's ranked above Raphael, he's 2-0 against him. But Raphael just gets better and better. So it's not really possible to make a confident prediction here. I don't know why that would be, binary guy. Probably because you're playing region capture. That's your first problem. Yeah, I do think the system of only getting a map pick is a little unfortunate, but it's much better than giving him a one-map advantage, because then you could conceivably just see a one-game final, and that's terrible entertainment.
Yeah, and I don't want to do 2 best-of-3s, because that's kind of, I don't know, convoluted.
It does take a while, and it's a pretty big barrier to cross.
And you guys were arguing about how the map pool should be expanded because it's such a determining factor, so...
It's a determining factor in FFA. I don't know how much of a determining factor it is in effic, especially between.
Yeah, I guess,
like
but I mean, it needs to be uniform rules. So.
Yeah, well, like I said, I see where you're coming from. I think this is a fine compromise.
Alright, where's Raphael? I want to start.
Yeah, Lazy Rail, it should work. Yeah, if it doesn't work, then there will be a way to make it work.
I have an idea for your new banner. You can have it sort of like before MMA or boxing. We'll just put Starch and Raphael with a stare down, and maybe Starch can do his little come here thing with the Iron Snout.
Yeah. Well, that would be... We'll save that for if we ever do like a best of 7 show match. Pay-per-view kind
On
of thing.
the last day ever.
The last day of Sauer, yeah. Alright, people. I feel like I'm doing a bad job of being a hype man, because I am. But this is it. This is what everyone wants to see every tournament. If they don't want to see this, they're wrong. And we're going to start with Turbine. Big Dick Turbine. Let's see, 112 to 112. That's not going to happen. But it could if they wanted it to. They could probably do 130 to 130 if they really wanted to. But no,
I have a feeling it's going to be in the 80s.
It could be. It could very well be in the 80s. These guys are not fucking around. They both want to win more than they want anything else at this current moment in time. And here we go. Starch gets the better spawn, but then blows it. So 1-to-1, great machine gun to rifle combo. Everything happening exactly how you expect. You do have to say that Raphael's a bit more warmed up. We'll see if that affects anything. But it can also be a benefit to have a game break. So, ooh, eating a big spam rocket there. He doesn't want to go down 4-2. And we can see, no surprise, Raphael's going to be like this. That's what he did against Achille. That's what he's going to do against Starch. So far, it has a proven record of working against spanked players. Here we go again. Will Raphael... Doesn't work quite as well in effic. Ooh, you don't see that every day. I've been known to go for that shot. I don't think I've ever hit it.
I prefer to jump through it.
Oh, Raphael getting a 3-frag lead out of absolutely nowhere. And hitting the spam rocket too. Not too much damage from it, fortunately for Starch.
So if Starch can get out of this, this is almost like tilt zone.
Yeah, I think he think he probably wants this too bad to tilt. He's a very, very focused player. And I think it's going to take more than this to tilt him. He might tilt afterwards, but this means too much for him. A little odd spawn there. No one else could hit that MG. Oh, that looked like my MG there. Settling in at a 3-frag lead for Raphael, and he has managed to reach the stall zone. Oh! 5 health. Gets the rifle. Let's go to Raphael cam. He's beasting.
He does look a bit more calm.
I would agree. I think he's probably, it's one of those feelings where your opponent picks a map that you're totally comfortable on, and you're like, oh great, this is exactly what I wanted. So you feel like you have an advantage even if it's their map pick. But that could just be how I would feel. Either way, Starch has made back one of the frags. And he looks like he's trying to make back the other one. Starch manages to shut it down with a rifle, but Raphael's got a lot of stack to work with here. Getting the ridiculous rifle combos. And he catches Starch out in a big way there. Even getting the spam rocket at the end. And then that is not legal, what Starch just did there. Bringing it back to 2 frags. Once again, the combos. And here he's got getting all the spam to hit Starch there. Absolutely murdering him. And he'll wait it out in here as long as he needs to. Well played. Oh, cannot believe that rocket didn't hit him. Well, that one did. Whiffing the machine gun. But this awkward position. Starch wants to close the distance, but he can't. It's too hard, and Raphael ends up getting a kill. Still a 3-frag lead. 2 frags, but easy comebacker for Raphael there. Now with 5 health. Let's go back to Starch Pop. He needs to get this kill cleanly. Oh, that's nice in terms of karma, in my opinion, as a biased Spank clan leader. Still, hasn't made that much of a dent in his 3-frag deficit.
I think Starch is gotta try going down the right side.
Yeah, at this point he's gonna want to do that because he's been going upside all the time so far. Will Starch ever try doing this strategy himself? I don't think so. Oh, that was kind of weak there. You gotta know that spam rocket's coming. Like you said, I think Starch does look a little rushed. Eating that spam rocket right there is not something that should happen if you're playing cautiously. And there, that machine gun missing uncharacteristically a lot. Wow, that is a very odd way to get that kill, in my opinion. Ties it up though, somehow. If he can get a clean kill here. How does you do that? Perfect machine gun. So now, if he can get this kill cleanly. Well, no. But we've reached a... Okay, sure. Sure. This happens faster than I can cast it, which is no surprise. Shotgun? Shotgun does not do enough. But he does get the comeback kill cleanly. Falling into the easier machine gun angle for Raphael, though. Beautiful combo there. We'll probably be staying on Starch for the rest of the game here, unless he goes insane and necessitates comeback cam on Raphael. Well, he's tied it up with no health. Can he get this kill? Nope, again, Raphael's spam is mostly hitting.
It's the same story as OT, just kind of opposite.
Yeah. This is a tough position. Makes it work. Can he hit some rifles here? Nope, eats the spam. That's dangerous. Okay. I was worried that a rifle was in Starch's future. Lucky not to take a rifle there as well. Tied up with 85 health.
Clean kill too.
Lucky again not to hit or take a rifle there. Odd rush.
I think we might be off on the 80s guess.
Yeah, oh my goodness. That's a big rifle for Raphael there. Spam isn't quite enough to kill him. Oh dear. Back to a 1 frag lead. And if Starch doesn't get a clean kill here, it could get even worse. What in the fuck is that? Can that spam hit? No, Raphael gets out of the way just in time. Telepathic. No hesitation there. Probably could have used some hesitation there. Oh, almost gets a very lucky spawn rocket, but a little too high. Lucky to have the ping to hit that rocket, but right now it's looking really bad for Starch. It's almost like the moment he tied it up, he relaxed just a tiny bit, and that brought him back into the same position he'd gotten in before. Starch can only hope for overtime, and it's really unlikely. And that just about seals it. Raphael taking the first map 66 to 63. I don't think we'll get a good game out of that. I do not expect to see a GG typed. I've never seen anything like that before. I bet he'll pick Duel 8.
Pitch black.
He's thinking about it.
He's probably gonna go with Academy.
He wants to pick Duel 8. Academy is his best map, though. Seriously, I've never seen anyone hold Starch to 63 frags on Turbine. I don't think you've even done that, and you would be probably the first person I would pick.
Yeah, I think we've been in the 70s, but not 63. I think that's also a sign of respect from Raphael to play that way. I don't think he'd do that with anybody else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Yep. Starch is probably putting on heavy metal in his headphones right now.
I do think Starch can be sneaky good on this map.
I certainly don't
Yeah.
think he's going to go down easy, but I do think that this is a better map for Raphael than Starch. I think it's a good pick.
Raphael's 0-1 when he's talking trash.
How did he get a kill? What? I thought for sure that was Raphael's kill, but somehow it was a mutual. We'll watch Starch to start and just see what kind of play we're going to get from him. And so far, it looks rushed. Again, he's just eating all of... But he's somehow still ahead. Despite the amount of spam he's eating. And now he's going to try to beat Raphael. He's probably coming down there. No, he went over there. And again, the spam just connects. It's going to connect here, too, if he's not careful. You gotta love Starch. He always likes to say, when he almost loses to you, like, look, I can play his style, I just choose not to. And I think there's a big part of him right now that wants to take that attitude and beat Raphael playing. It's like sort of the opposite of Achille in a way.
Yeah.
When Achille is losing to a style he doesn't respect, he doubles down on playing the way he likes to. But Starch is more adaptable, even though he does it just as bitterly. Alright, we've seen enough from Starch for now. Let's go to Raphael and see what he's going to do about it. We've seen that early leads can be the deciders between these two, even though there have been comebacks. For the 2 games we've seen, the early lead has ended up winning. Gets the drop on him there, big rifle, and gets the follow-up. Back to a tie game.
The pre-fire rifle.
A lot of damage already on Starch. But he does get a big rocket there. Back to a tie game with starting stacks. Raphael takes the first spam, but hits the rifle. Yep, you saw that coming. And he's got a chance here to really push it. If Starch is going to feed up the jump pad, we're going to see a tough game for him.
Yeah, that's sort of the #1 rule for, I guess, amateur players is don't go up the jump pad.
It's a funny thing. It does work against some players, but it's not the right thing to do, especially if someone's at the teledest, then it's always wrong. If someone is at that spawn that Raphael just looked at, going up the jump pad can work depending on their machine gun aim, but if they're at the teledest, you do not want to be going up the jump pad. So Raphael has not only come back, he's put himself 2 frags in the lead, and he has just hit a huge rifle, put himself 3 frags in the lead. This is a pretty big deal, and I think he will wait Starch out here. Let's see if Starch is going to fall for it. He does fall for it, just as I switch to his POV. Turns that ricochet into a nice rocket. And now Raphael has the luxury of standing in that spot.
Starch just looks out of his comfort zone.
That's big right there. That was beautiful. Starch is not a stupid player. You can see he's racking his brains trying to think how he can adapt to this playstyle. But I don't know. And I don't think he's figured it out either. Is there even a way to do it? Does he have to just claw his way back in and then he be the one to stall the game out? It's just such a hard thing to seesaw between aggression and passiveness. You can see there, he waited to actually... He was willing to take that spam rocket if it let him get a rifle angle. But he never did get the rifle angle. Will Raphael let him get another rifle? He does. He's got 5 more and he wants to hit them. Not gonna get him. That jump gives him away. Nice shot.
It's quite the angle he's trying to take.
And he
Patience
gets
is
that one
paying
too,
off for
yeah.
him, though.
One more rifle. If he could get a clean other rifle, he'll be back in it. But it's not gonna
Oh,
happen.
that was just too much to ask for.
That's a sick rifle, though. Pretty good reflexes off that spawn, but a big rocket to the face there, and now Raphael's in his comfort zone again.
See if Starch goes back to his old ways.
He's
Okay,
suicided.
suicide?
Raphael killed himself! Does Starch even know? I'm not sure he knew. He might have, but I would probably not have noticed. Go into the rifle jumps. Oh shit! Wow, these guys, dude. Every time how do they both keep doing this? Uh-oh.
Mutuals.
Well, no, he's right there. What the fuck? How does Starch turn that into a kill?
I think it looks a little bit more ridiculous than it really is because of his 200 ping.
Yes, but only a little bit. This angle worked for him before.
He's gotta be careful not to eat a rocket, though.
I think Raphael's playing Insta. Yeah, he is. That is brilliant. Starch getting beat on the noticing there and just backing off. Going through there a bit reckless, works out. Will Raphael go through the teledesk? I bet he will, yep. What? Takes it right back though. And Starch somehow uncharacteristically missing that rifle. He's right on you! That time Starch does not react effectively enough to the bad spawn. And Raphael probably is there. Oh, right in his face. Beautiful combo there to ensure the clean spawn kill. He's got enough to take an insta battle. Gets the first one. Gets the second one. It is technically a tie game, but Starch is pretty weak. I think Starch should seriously consider waiting here. But Raphael does get the drop on him. Oh, the spawn though. They're both spawns. That's a big rifle. Oh my god. Oh, and he eats the spam there. Starch is in the lead. But not really. It's a tie game. Raphael gets the drop on him there. Starch has to continue playing as carefully as he's played for this entire 10 minutes. He can't go back to his old ways. That spam should hit. If he had hit that rifle. He gets 2 chances. Hits the third one. Gets the machine gun to hit. Nothing there.
And I'm feeling more nervous than if I was playing.
Seriously. Likewise. The spawn! The bad spawn! Equalizes. Steps out quickly. He doesn't want to play that back spot. Raphael gets the drop on him. He goes up the jump pad. Needs to hit a rifle. Pretty clean. An awkward spot to be stuck in. But he gets the rocket. Turns around, hits the shot. Oh, he's trapped. Raphael can slow this kill down. But instead, Starch gets the rifle. Tied, 16. Raphael's got the drop on him. Starch's gonna play Insta. He'll play Insta for 10 seconds. Will Raphael rush it? Not yet.
Looks like they're gonna be content to...
No. Woo!
Not in time.
That's not fucking... That's, that was only OT on Starch's screen. It's 100. No more questions. If Starch wins this tournament, that moment will go down in Sauer history.
Well, he's got a huge lead now.
Yeah. But he's immediately putting himself back in trouble. Or should I say Raphael is putting him back in trouble. Let's not act like Starch is fucking up in some massive way. Yeah, I don't like that spot, even though he had good luck there before. Raphael gets reckless, though. Eating a lot of spam.
You can see Starch's tendencies. When he's in the lead, he likes to lead with the MG, but when he's behind, he likes to go with the rifle, and I think that's what's making it so hard for him to stay ahead.
I agree. One frag, 45 seconds. I agree with waiting here. But he's just not got it down the way Raphael does. Uh-oh. Raphael's got able to put some distance. Hits the rocket rifle as he goes through the thing. Where is he? Does he even know where he is?
Are we gonna get more overtime?
Sure, I sure hope so. Raphael is back in the lead now. You can see little flashes of like a normal academy there. Like I watched Starch making a series of reads that I would make, and I'm like, oh, that was kind of familiar. Sick rifle. He needs to play some more Insta. Or at least it seems that way. Oh!
Yeah, it's just close range.
But he kind of fucks up there, but he gets a good spawn. Oh my shit! All tied. Going for machine gun across the map there. Rafa, no way he goes to tell us. He might now. Starts waiting, I agree with this. But there's no reason for Raphael to think he's anywhere. Oh my goodness, there he is. You gotta admire Raphael's timing. That still almost worked. Can Starch kill this?
He's gonna get it cleanly here. Tough spawn.
Wow, the machine gun though. He would love to get a rifle, doesn't get it. Did he get that rifle? Yeah, he must have.
Starch just gotta be patient here.
Yeah. He does take a rifle, though. And another one. It's tied, motherfucking shit. I don't think I've ever seen 2 overtimes in an effic final. Let alone 3. I don't even know if I've ever seen 1 overtime in a final. Raphael is back in the lead. Blows himself up, but does a lot of damage.
Go through the teleport. Yeah.
He did, eventually. Pretty clean 1 frag lead right now. 85, 85. Nice comeback from Starch, though. Now it's all tied up again. Oh, he eats it. And he misses that rifle, too. Can't even get that one. Gets that one. There's Raphael. He's coming. How did that spam not hit? What the fuck? Oh! In his face. Again with the... I can't even...
It's nasty.
Starch tends to get trapped in that spot, but it's almost like he doesn't care. It's not a trap for him. He'll stall this. How is he eating that spam? Oh, it gets Raphael back, though. Three frags, 12 seconds.
That's gotta be it.
That's gotta be it.
Yeah, speechless. And the best part is we get to see one more.
Jesus, fuck. Yeah, of course it was Raphael. We know. We know. We saw. When I was like 16, 17, I didn't really understand that kind of how like ping worked. I would have lost my shit if that had happened to me.
Oh, Starch with the...
Damn. That was that cut a little deep. Raphael, no hesitation.
Oh yeah, here we go.
What in the fuck even is this? That was weird. That was some of the weirdest trash talk I've ever seen in Sauer Run.
Your country sucks.
Yeah. That's like the one off limit thing in this game. I mean, nothing's off limits, but you know, you don't usually hear that. All right, so it's Starch's pick. He yeah, I don't know what to say about Starch's pick.
I just can't wait. I just can't wait for the bitterness that will follow after this.
Oh my god, either player is gonna be so bitter. Starch would be more bitter. I'm pretty sure. This means more to Starch than it does to Raphael, I think. I'm not in either of their heads, but Starch really cares about his legacy. He likes to talk about how even losing once in a practice game, like, sets him back. So I think he really wants to stay undefeated versus Raphael. But at the same time, if Raphael loses, it's the same story. You know, you're the best until Starch comes back. Really, though, unless we see a blowout here, which we won't, you can't say anything other than both these players are insane and anyone could win. Like I don't think we're gonna discover who's better today. I think we're just gonna see an epic final. All right, I got to start on Raphael here. That was Starchpov, the entire academy. So let's give Raphael some camera time. Once Starch does hashtag ready. Perfect spawns to start with.
Why aren't the spawns
It
resetting?
wouldn't be Sauerbraten without that. Starch, cheeky, right from the start. But it looks like Raphael's got a pretty good plan. So Starch is the one who's going to get out to what could immediately be eliminated, but was looking like a proper... Oh, he falls down. It doesn't matter. Slick moves. Aggressive play from Raphael. Big rockets. But Starch has definitely had the better rifle today. And he hits that one too. The lag rifles are really helping. Looks like Raphael would like to... Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. 55, that's... Okay. Yeah, see. Oh! Raphael missed a rifle. Just one, though. Starch may have had the better rifle on Academy, but Raphael is automatic today. You saw what he did to Hades. By the way, Frosty, you were muted for a while. I don't know if you're back now. Yep, you're back.
Testing. Alright, good.
Still only one frag the difference. But Raphael's in a good position to take it towards 2. Gets a clean kill there. Again, missing 2 rifles in a row, unheard of. Yeah, that takes care of that. What in the hell? You can't do that. You can't do that.
Yeah, I think if Starch wants to win, he's gonna have to try and match that rifle.
Yeah. I will say I think that Raphael is the better insta player, and it's really showing right now. I like Starch's rifle and effic, but it's not surprising to see Raphael be the one to go on these absurd runs. And he likes OT too, in insta at least. Looks like we've settled into 2 frags. Oh boy. Not so settled anymore.
Yeah, you can see just long range MG isn't gonna beat rifle.
Yeah. I'm gonna stay on Raphael here. I want to keep witnessing the greatness that is these rifles. Well, right now I'm not witnessing much, but...
Witnessing the grenade spam. If I were Raphael, I'd be content just to sit there for 5 minutes.
Yep, I think that he feels the same way. It probably doesn't even bother him that Starch eventually got that kill. Wow. Missing all that machine gun, but still came out okay. Oh, he's got him down to 50. I assume he'll go telecide? No.
It's just close range rifles again. It's ridiculous.
That was a sick shot and a sick spawn. Too soon. It's only 7. That commentary makes no sense unless you know what I meant, which you probably do, but... Can he get another rifle here? He does, yes. But Raphael finishes out the kill. Still, Starch theoretically has made up 1 frag. Never mind. It doesn't matter when Raphael hits rifles like that. 4:26 to go. Game is only half over. That was dirty. That was even dirtier. This is unfair. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself, but how are we supposed to beat this guy at FFA?
Raphael.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see.
Game.
I think he certainly has his eyes on it. I know that.
The game is fucked. The only thing that there's going to be to do is to never let him take rifle, if at all possible. Alright, 3:39. Let's watch Starch, see if there's any miracles. He certainly had them on the last map, but this is a much bigger ask. There's no doubt in Starch right now. You can see he knows he has to win with rifle. It's not looking easy for him, but he's all in on it. Alright, sure.
Yeah, who cares? Hit rifles.
I think Raphael will expect him here. Well, now he will. Oh, that worked out well. What? Oh. Oh, psych.
Raphael just seems to be one step ahead. Starch is just doing everything you could ask him to. And it's only managed to close it to 4 from 6. Alright, that's not what I need right now. I'll just mute my mic. No, I can't do that either. I'll answer the phone! Then trip on my teapot, and that's levity. Did you spill anything?
Yeah, I spilled some tea, but it's a cast iron teapot, so that'll clean up. Well, it's two
It's two
frags,
frags.
11 seconds. I don't
Can you
think
choke?
so. No, I don't think so. Nope.
Oh, well, hats off to Starch for saying good game.
Yep. I thought we'd get a good game for that one. I mean, generally Starch is a pretty sportsmanlike guy. The turbine was something special because it was. But nothing wrong with that OT. Good clean game. And congrats to Raphael. That's probably the biggest achievement of his career in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure. He's almost turning into Redon a little bit.
Yeah.
With
Well,
his
he's
dominance.
turning into Ultra Redon because he's turning into win all the titles multiple times in a
Well,
row.
well, let's not get carried away with FFA. I mean,
Okay.
he's been doing fine, but I mean, he got eliminated by like Hate and Hanzik last time.
Did he get eliminated by Hate? I didn't know that. Sure, I won't get ahead of myself. Okay, he's only winning 2 of the 3 titles back-to-back times. Like, nonetheless here, this is unprecedented dominance.
Anyway, thanks for doing the stream again.
Oh man, my
Like
pleasure.
always.
Thanks to these players for putting on the best show possible. Well, Starch lost by what, 3? Alright, he didn't put on a good enough show there. He'll be hearing
Academy,
it
at
from me.
least.
Yeah, I guess he made up for it with a triple overtime academy. Come from behind triple overtime academy. But I really hope that Starch's 60-hour-a-week welding job, girlfriend life having thing doesn't stop him from coming back and competing again, because I would like to see that every month for the foreseeable future.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. Might not get another effic tourney for a while.
That's true. You're a busy man. We've got team modes coming up soon. Could be a while.
Yeah, I think is it ECTF next weekend?
I think I convinced him not to do it back-to-back weekends. I think it's the weekend after... Yeah, because Super Bowl's next weekend. So the weekend after that, it's ECTF, and then the weekend right after that, it's ICTF. So then put another weekend break in, and the earliest we could see another dual tournament is in... what did I just say? It would be the fifth week. Something like that. So FFA would be that dual tournament, I think, though, right? That's next on the rotation.
Correct. We go in a rotation.
Alright, well... I'll have to look into the
March
possibility
through,
of
most
getting
likely.
motivated.
Well, you have a month, so.
Yeah. I'm having such a blast streaming, man. It's like, playing is overrated. You know how it is.
Oh yeah.
Alright, there's nothing more to say. I won't prattle on. That's it. Tournament's over. Best final ever. And congrats to Raphael with a victory that could not have been more